What is up, guys? It's your boy on vacation Cactus coming at you from the jankiest bedside table setup you can possibly imagine, but we're gonna make this work because Xur is back in Destiny 2 for the weekend of December 30th to January 2nd. We have a full inventory review, so let's get started. First things first, Xur is going to be located in the Tower Hangar. Alright, let's take a look at what he has. Firstly, in terms of exotics, we do have the Prometheus Lens as the weapon. A pretty neat little gun here for sure. Shards of Galnor, absolutely insane. However, the Hunter Blade Barrage did get nerfed, so keep that in mind. Actually, a relatively decent roll here with Intellect and Resilience being the spikes. Obviously, you want Intellect, it's all about your super. And then 62 stat Doomfang Pauldron, sorry. And, man, like, good recovery, good intellect, but just a little bit too much mobility and not enough resilience for a Titan exotic, to be honest. And then the Skull of Dire Ahamkara here, 63, kind of meh overall. Let's check those weapons. Okay, so firstly we have the Whispering Slab here with Killing Wind Vorpal, interesting. We have a Dire Promise with auto-loading Elemental Capacitor, okay. We have an Escape Velocity here, which is actually a lightweight frame, 900 RPM, kinetic SMG. Kinetics very often don't fall into this archetype, so this having Overflow and Vorpal as well, that's really not a bad roll. Like, this with Overflow is actually pretty decent. Then we've got a Firmly Planted Disruption Break Timeless Vertex. I mean, certainly Firmly Planted is good, not too sure about Disruption Break. We have a full auto-loading Fractithist. Okay, that's a little saucy right there. Let me just, with my janky setup, try to see what's going on here. Well, the thing is, if this has some other, like, actual good things here, and it doesn't. So we have, like, a Handling Masterwork. You don't see any really big range improvements here, so I'm going to say that's definitely a skip. But after that, we do have quite a good sword if it has a good roll, but we have Energy Transfer Surrounded. Not really. You're really not looking for Energy Transfer plus Surrounded, so I'm going to skip the Fallen Guillotine. And then a Field Prep Vorpal Stars in Shadow. So it turns out, actually, guys, that specifically Pulse Rifles and specifically solar pulse rifles are a little bit hard to come by in the grand scheme of things. There's not actually too many of them when it comes to, you know, trying to pick something for a Grandmaster, let's say, that can deal with solar shields but is a pulse rifle to be a particular anti-champion weapon. So this being Field Prep and Vorpal, honestly, not a terrible idea. Let's check the other two weapons here. Oh goodness. We've got a Rangefinder Chambered Compensator Hawkmoon. Well, Rangefinder is excellent. Like, a lot of people think that this is the best possible perk that can spawn on the Hawkmoon for PvP. Just that overall increase to zoom and therefore range. Like, this is going to be, a lot of people are going to be picking up their Hawkmoons this weekend because of this, for sure. Now let's check that DMT here. Well, we got fourths times, and then armor piercing rounds as well. It's not the best. Small bore, not really. Like, you're not really going to be triggering fourth times in PvP, and this is mainly a PvP weapon, so I think that is a skip. Hawkmoon, like, is vying towards a buy. Deadman's Tail, vying towards a skip. Let's just say that. All right, now let's take a look at the armor here for the Titan, if my jank setup can possibly allow this. Okay. Arms. Whoa, 62, 20 resilience. You got some discipline. These are great. New players, this is a great Titan piece right here. 100% worth picking up. This is pretty good too. Now, you don't need as much recovery, especially now with the changes to resilience, but still, big recovery spike, big discipline spike, 63 overall, great chest piece. Helmet, still in the 60s, and still great recovery, discipline, intellect being featured. Great helmet too. Oh my, you've got to be kidding me. 27 resilience legs, and then discipline and intellect being the other features. 61 overall. You got no mobility. Finally, this is probably the best thing to pick up. Like, just with raw, like, how often you want these stats. You want 100 resilience if you're playing Titan every single time, especially in PvE. Like, these are fantastic. If you're a new player, honestly, you could just go and go buy, buy. You got a full set with good stats. That's fantastic. This is actually crazy from Xur. But we've got to check the other classes. Let's check the Warlock. Alright, now for the Warlock, let's see his gauntlets. Ooh, 64. Huge resilience. Great pickup. Like, so far the armor's been absolutely bussin'. And then not so much. Well, I mean, 59 is just kind of below my cutoff of 60. And if you're specifically going for a melee build and you want a ton of strength, 100% this could be worth picking up. Now let's check the helmet. 60. Resilience, strength as well. Kind of mid. And then we end things off with another great pair of boots. Like here on the Warlock, you want recovery. So having your main spike in recovery, again, you want to get to 100, and then discipline, and then a little bit of resilience too. Really fantastic legs. Like, geez, man, if you're a new player, if you got friends who just started playing this game, like, get them to Xur. This is actually crazy. But we got to check the Hunter. All right, guys, last one here. Checking the Hunter. Let's see these gauntlets. 56, you know, you got recovery and stuff, but 56 in my opinion is just a little too low. 57, not really too spiky where you would want it to be. Oh, a 60 and 63 helmet. I'm really loving the resilience. You know, like in PvE, even with a Hunter, you probably want near 100 resilience, so that's great. I'm not too sure about the strength. If this was resilience and recovery or discipline or anything other than the strength, to be honest, I'd be all over it. But right now, like, get this if you need the resilience. Otherwise, maybe skip. And the legs, pretty blah. But guys, overall, like, I mean, this is still, for a lot of people, this helmet is still worth picking up. And if you consider that every single Titan piece was like worth picking up for a new player, and Warlock was banging, this is probably the best overall armor I've ever seen in terms of legendary armor being sold by Xur ever. Like, just the amount of worthy pieces to buy. Pretty crazy weekend, guys. That is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.